Hello, folks. We're going to try this again.
Yup.
Anybody who was out there last week, we appreciate you coming back.
Right. Thank you. And we appreciate you being, we see some of you are here, and that's nice.
So I will explain a little bit about what went wrong last week, but meanwhile, why don't we do a song?
Okay, I thought you might talk about the white sands.
Oh yes, we did get a lot of questions about white sands. So white sands, is it a high desert? I suspect that it is, but I don't really know. But the point is, it's not really sand at all. It's a mineral that came blowing off of a lake that has since gone away.
Oh,
and it's a place in New Mexico where there's a missile launching range because there's no people. In fact, it's so quiet. I love this. I drove out there because I launched a missile when I was a graduate student, and a couple of them actually, and went out there in a rented car, and I just had to get out in the middle of the white desert because it was just so beautiful. I drove the car out there with my colleague, who I think was Howard Kestenbaum, who sadly was in the World Trade Center and is no longer with us.
Yeah.
Anyway, he took that picture, and because Peggy wasn't there, that was a business trip. And although Peggy was back home we had already been married a
couple of years.
So what is white sands? Well, it's like I said, it's this mineral, and it's nothing grows in it. So I drove the car out into the middle of this area where it's just dunes, and there's a kind of a road, but if the wind blows, the road goes away. So it's a little dangerous. But anyway, I turned off the car, and I got out, and I heard the car engine cooling off.
Neat sound.
Tick, tick.
Yeah.
And just no sound. It was quite beautiful. Anyway, yes, and then I etched that heart and those initials in the sand, in this stuff, and I was so proud of the fact that I did not get footprints where I didn't want them. I didn't fall down once.
Very cool.
Anyway, so yeah, we're going to do a few love songs. That was what we intended to do last week. And you want to try one?
Sure.
It's called Compass and Companion. Out here on this road just after midnight, silver sickle rising in the east. I'm steady on the wheel, but I know just how you feel. So just lean back and try to catch some sleep. So go to sleep, my darling. There's just a fingernail moon up above. Go to sleep, my darling. Am I the one that you'll be dreaming of?
Think of every back road we've traveled, of all the restless miles we've run. If you chance to find a trace of a smile on my face, I'm just dreaming of the miles we've still to come. So go to sleep, my darling. There's just a fingernail moon up above. Go to sleep, my darling. Am I the one that you'll be dreaming of? You are a compass and companion. You follow me down every road I ride. Wherever I may roam, I'm already home. 'Cause
as long as you are traveling by my side. So go to sleep, my darling. There's just a fingernail moon up above. Go to sleep, my darling. Am I the one that you'll be dreaming of? Am I the one that you'll be dreaming of? You're the one that I'll be dreaming of. Oh, that's it. That's the Marcarelli song about, well, we imagine it's a song about him driving home from a gig late at night and
with his girlfriend.
And the silver, what was it called? The silver crescent fingernail moon up above.
Yeah.
And just a good image.
The miles yet to come. Yes, that is a great line, Jeff. There's a lot of really vivid images in that song that I love.
Now, in Peggy's opinion, this is the only good song he ever wrote. But it's a very
That's
good
true.
one.
This is my opinion. We bought a couple of his CDs, I think.
I mean, he's got a lot more, so maybe we haven't listened to everything.
No. I don't even know if he's still performing.
All right,
Anyway.
so do you want to tell a story about this next song?
I get to tell a story?
Or I can tell a story. You want to tell a story? I'm going to first tell a story about what happened last week.
Oh.
I was going to call this show For the Want of a Nail.
Yeah.
Does everybody know that? For the Want of a Nail, the shoe was lost. For the want of the shoe, the horse was lost. For the want of the horse, the rider was lost. For the want of the rider. And this is, I just found out at Wikipedia, the message was lost for the want of the message. The battle was lost for the want of the battle. The kingdom was lost. And all for the want.
No, it makes me cry.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
here's the nail. So the nail is, for 24 shows, I used my trusty little Mac notebook computer, and I used my iPhone as the camera, and I had an app that allows me to do that, and it worked fine. And then comes show number 25, and I turn on the camera and the computer, and the image on the computer is like hash, just NG. Well, I did it early enough that I could reload the app. I restarted the phone. I restarted the computer. NG. So I didn't have time to set up something else. By this point, it was too late to set up something else. So I apologize for that. Anyway, in the meantime, dragged up a whole different computer. I have a different camera. I have everything.
So, you know, I don't think you should talk anymore about this.
Yeah,
because I
okay,
don't
it's
want
a
you
good
to
idea.
jinx
It's a good
jinx
idea.
it.
Okay, now you can tell the story.
Okay, so many of you have heard this story before. This is Everybody's Reaching Out for Someone. It's the song that we did for our daughter Megan's wedding. And it's so nice to see Jeff here because
He was there at the wedding.
at that wedding, Jeff was there sitting in the audience, and I started to choke up. Not a big surprise. And I just said, no, you can't do that. You can't stand there and cry. I looked at Jeff, and dear Jeff, who is my brother-in-law, was grinning, was smiling. He was so happy that we were performing and what we were doing that I just said, I sang to Jeff that whole time, and he saved me. So thank you again,
Yes,
Jeff.
He saved you and the whole wedding.
Well, I don't know about the whole wedding. And by the way, Megan and Sam are still very happily
Yeah.
married in Brooklyn and staying safe.
So the song is called Everybody's Reaching Out for Someone,
Yeah.
right? Oh, wait a minute.
What?
Who's supposed to start this?
You. We started together, actually, if you count.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just like the trees along the river bend, reach up their branches to the sun up above. We spend a Everybody's reaching out for someone. Everybody's knocking at some door. And long before I ever found you, you're the one that I was reaching for. I've wanted you since the day my life began. I heard your footsteps running just beyond my mind, and ever since that moment I've been reaching for your hand, hoping you'll be reaching out for mine. Everybody's reaching out for someone. Everybody's knocking at some door. And long before I ever found you, you're the one that I was reaching for. Everybody's reaching out for someone. Everybody's knocking at some door. And long before I ever found you, you're the one that I was reaching for. And long before I ever found you, you're the one that I was reaching for.
Yeah, that was the one that we did for the wedding. Oh yeah, the big news on our block is we got our first shots.
Yep. This last Wednesday.
Strange system because, you know, you sign up, we signed up all kinds of different places. Finally, somebody calls me up and says, I didn't answer the phone because I never answered junk.
Right, and you didn't have it in your phone, so you didn't know who was calling.
Right, and so anyway, so I had to call them back, and miraculously, they had a callback number that actually worked.
Yep.
And they booked us both, and it was actually a fairly nearby place, which is unusual because a lot of people are going fair distances to get their shots. And they booked us the time and place for the
next
second shot,
which is 4 weeks later. It's actually on St. Patrick's Day we're going, so
yeah,
we'll be
so we just
set. Knock on wood. I don't see any wood. I can knock on that.
All right, I'm going to try this fiddle tune. Last time I did a fiddle tune, I said, why would people try to play a fiddle tune on a guitar? But anyway. All right.
And Paul Ann, you are right. It was Moderna, the kind of shot that we got, indeed, because it's 4 weeks between them.
Well,
So.
what's the other one? Different spacing?
Pfizer or somebody? Rebecca got the other
I
one.
know, but is it a different spacing?
I think that's what Rebecca said, yeah.
Anyway, yes, fiddle tunes on the guitar. it's a compulsion. If you listen to Doc Watson, I don't think he invented the notion of fiddle tunes on the guitar, but he sure did it early enough. Oh, am I supposed to do something?
No, I think I'm switching, right?
You're switching right to the dobro, and I probably ought to tune up. So yeah, he did a great job. Doc Watson did, and he arranged that one called Beaumont Rag.
And I might say, someday, maybe you'll see me do a fiddle tune on a fiddle.
That'd be exciting.
In my spare time, of which there's very little, for some crazy reason decided I might try to play the fiddle. And I happened to have 2 violins in the house that were one of them was my father's. He played violin. But I am now calling them fiddles. And playing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, someday maybe. No promises. Don't hold your breath.
Tell me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm supposed to be ready? You want me to be ready? All right, well, I'm almost ready. I'm getting there.
This, did I tell you the name? It's called Sweetest Song by Tim O'Brien.
I am now ready.
2, 3, 4. Was in the spring we met each other, and by chance a seed was sown. Now it's been years we've been together, and our love so big has grown. You're the one who wears my ring. These hard times don't mean a thing. I may be poor, but I'm a king. You are the sweetest song I sing. Nobody knows the love we have, dear. How 2 hearts can beat as one. Your smiling eyes, your way of kissing, love and touch when day's done. You're the one who wears my ring. These hard times don't mean a thing. I may be poor, but I'm a king. You are the sweetest song I sing. Some people plan for the future, build a house and save their pay. They need a sign to go on living, but I know a better way. You're the one who wears my ring. These hard times don't mean a thing. I may be poor, but I'm a king. You are the sweetest song I sing. I may be poor, but I'm a king. You are the sweetest song I sing. Sweetest Song by Tim O'Brien.
Another one of our favorite love songs.
And it is another love song. You see, this was going to be such a perfect Valentine's Day show. We actually have one other song we were trying to get ready, and we decided it wasn't quite ready, but we will have it. Another pretty love song. I guess we have probably more love songs than hate songs.
Right. That was funny. But now we're going to do, I think you could call this a love song.
Oh, yeah.
It's a funny song.
Goofy love song.
It's a goofy love song.
Oh, and I think it's our
Written
last.
by John Prine, who sadly is no longer with us. He succumbed to the COVID-19 virus
Yeah.
way early, back in March or April.
Yeah.
He was an excellent, excellent songwriter.
You probably know about John Prine songs.
You probably do.
I was going to tell a story about how many times we went out to clear our driveway this winter so far. This month. I have a snowblower because we have a fairly long driveway, and I got it out for the 6th time yesterday, 2 days ago. It was amazing. Anyway, yes.
So he does the snow blowing. Guess who gets to shovel the walks?
Well, yeah, and it turns out we have this worked out just beautifully. She does the walks, I do the snow blowing, I get done with the driveway. I have to do the right order. I have to do the path in front of the house because she has to do the steps in front of the house, can't get to the steps. You see, it's all clockwork. Now, Peggy's on the bass, you may have noticed. Is it going to work?
Is it going?
So, wait, play the quiet. Okay. It's quiet. Peggy?
Because Rich bought a buzz-off.
Well,
It was buzzing when I was just holding it.
I think
and
you
so,
can
wait, but I'm telling this part of the
okay.
story.
Oh, fine.
So he said, we can get something to make that stop. So he got a thing. And I said, oh, it's got to be called buzz-off because it makes the buzz stop.
Now, the thing is, these pedals, you know, if you play guitar, you get pedals. Even acoustic guitarists occasionally get a pedal. And they all have these weird names. And this one is just called a noise suppressor. Now, how boring is that?
How boring is that?
Peggy's going to write in and tell them they should call it the
It
buzz
really should be called buzz-off. Don't you agree?
Yes,
I
absolutely.
think so.
Ready?
Yeah.
2, 3. She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Never gonna let her go.
Well, he ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once, he was sniffing my undies. He ain't real sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby, and I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup with her scrambled eggs. Sways like a sailor when she saves her legs. Takes a licking and keeps on kicking. Never gonna let her go. Well, he's got more balls than a big bass monkey. He's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. When payday comes, he's a howling at the moon. But he's my baby, and I'm his honey. I'm never gonna let him go. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna slide our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spite our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves. John Prine. All right, guys. Well, it looks to me like we are still live. If we're still
Yeah,
live,
we're still getting comments, so that's a good sign.
Then the show is still going, and now we are at the end, though. So,
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
We appreciate it. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes. And we don't know what that'll be, but... Oh, and the second shot won't interfere with the show because it's a Wednesday.
Well, not only that, it's further away than that.
Wanted to say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Thank you.
folks.